Another great species to target with your fly rod is northern pike. Known as water wolves, these ambush feeders are found in Canada, the northern USA, and Europe. Here is a fly that will imitate the lake whitefish. The lake whitefish is one of the northern pike's primary food sources. You will want to have several of these in your box for your next trip to the North Country. Northern pike reach over 40 inches in length and have the attention of serious fly anglers for many years. Brent ties this one up and has enjoyed some great days on the water with this one. The fly is tied on a TMC 600 SP size 4/0 hook and wrapped with white 3/0 flat thread. The tail is white extra select craft fur with Mirage opal polar flash and silver freckled predator wrap. The midshank is medium gray pearl palmer chenille. The body is white flash and slinky fibers and gray SF fibers. The head is finished with bone dry resin and large ultra eyes.
Good day, everyone. Today on the bench, I'm going to bring you a whitefish pattern here for pike. It's one of the key food sources for pike in many lakes is a whitefish. So definitely want to have one of these or several of these ready. Let's go to the bench and tie one up. 6-inch streamer again. Got about a 4/0 600 SP in there. And the Weiss. Using some 3/0 flat thread to tie with, coming to about the end of the point here, and I'm going to tie on right there with my tail. Tail will be some extra select craft fur. I like using craft fur for tails. It's just great movement. Cut off a generous amount on there. I'll just get my bone comb here and just kind of get rid of a lot of this under fur out. Nice generous piece. I want to bring in a little cement here, kind of hold that on. Roll around, we'll just get a little daub on there. Bring my craft fur in, trim it off straight. We'll just kind of envelope that around the shank. It should bind down really nice. There we go. Okay. Now to accent that, like I do on most of my streamers, I'll bring in this Mirage Opal Polar Flash. Take pretty good several strands of that on this. It's going to be a pretty bright fly. I'm going to take half over on this side. Do a soft turn. Bring these other half over here. If you think too long, you can just kind of feather that out with your scissors. Nice long tail. Little sticks out the back. That's okay too. All right, now we'll come forward here. I'm going to be using some of this medium pearl gray Palmer chenille. Nice bright material again. Use that for an underbody here. Just kind of help with the shape of my flies, my bait fish patterns. Come forward here. It kind of sets up our taper for the flies. Fly, I'm not going to give it as big a head. It's going to be a little more streamlined. Get the shape of the minnow your bait fish you're trying to imitate is important. Now for the center, I'm going to be using some of this is the Senos Freckled Predator Wrap UV Freckled Silver. Almost a tongue twister, isn't it? Really nice. Got some UV fibers in there. And grab the end of it. There it is. Kind of unruly stuff. Got that in here. We'll get 2 turns of that. Sure you get your fibers laying back. There we go. Pull that back out of the way. Don't think there's anything pinched down. No, it all looks good. Nice bright fly. Okay. So now we're going to use our white Flash and Slinky with the nice, got the nice flash inside of it here. Comes alive. Taper that out. We're doing a full piece of that, being a long streamer. Tying just ahead of the last piece. That just keeps pattern flaring out a little bit. Get the shape. Now getting that envelope all the way around there. Then I'll bring in some more of the white. I'll cut a piece there for the underbelly. We'll take one there. We'll divide that, cut that in half. Now we'll turn it upside down or taper. Make sure our butts are not square. Hold this on this side. There we go. Pull on both sides there, and then I'll come down the center of the bottom. That held down. Okay, that looks good. Now for the accent, because the whitefish aren't totally white, they got a little darker dorsal. I've got some nice gray. These are SF fibers, Steve Farrah fibers. Been using this stuff for years, really good. Just get that kind of laid out. Here I got a little unruly in my bag. Going off the top corner there. Top corner on this side, just so it kind of blends together. Nice topping on that. You see it doesn't have the real big bulky profile. I'm looking more for a little, they're fairly thick fish, but I just want a little bit better profile on that. Look finish. There we go. I'll bring in some Solres. Bone dry. We'll do the head of the fly with that, make sure it's bulletproof. These materials are very, very tough. You grab some other color there. I can see it with my light. Bring the UV light out, you can see all kinds of interesting things. Now I'm just going to take it out. I'll brush it out. Make sure all my fibers are going back nice. Now what we'll do, oh, pull that all back. Retains the shape very nice in the water. Just run your bodkin or your end of your scissors through it. Not so it doesn't cut anything. Nice and bright. I've got some little bit longer right here. We'll just trim them out. Important thing on pike flies, you probably know this, is eyeballs. That is your target. The pike will definitely hone in on the. Oh, so I've used some of these ultra eyes. And I don't have it, they're not sticking very good. But what I do to put my eyes on, I won't bore you with that, but I get some marine goop and I'll just put a little dollop on there and then I'll stick my eye on, let it kind of push into the materials a little bit. I'll just save you the time doing that. I usually get all my flies done, whatever patterns I'm doing, and do the eyes all at one time. But it's a good pattern, and like I say, the whitefish are definitely a sought after target for these big predators. So I know we like tying all these bright blues and greens and yellows and blacks, and there's some really cool pike colors out there. They'll be doing some more colors, but I definitely want an imitation of a perch, and I also want a definitely a whitefish pattern. So these are 6 inches. I'll do some 4-inch ones too, and maybe it's a little windy or whatever else. Maybe you want a little bit smaller. So it's always good to have a couple sizes, and you're good to go. Thanks again for watching, and I'll get this one in the tank for you, and we'll catch you again real soon. Have a great day.
This fly swims naturally and has just enough flash to get the attention of large pike. You will want a few of these in your box for your next trip. Thanks to Brent for sharing this productive pike fly with us. We appreciate you joining us today and look forward to seeing again soon. Check out our online shop and all the episodes of our 25 years of filming sport fishing on the fly. Take care and conserve the waters.